Good afternoon, everyone. How's everyone doing today? I've decided to start the day off kind of strong with some meat hooks, as people like to call them, also known as, in the legends and by cries of Commander players, known as slivers. So this list, I kind of took the basic. I'm sorry, I lost my voice a little bit, so I'm sound like I'm under the weather, but I'm really not. So the basis of this deck I took from Jeff Hoogland. He streamed a list a little bit like a while ago, and one of the things that I never really liked in the Slivers deck was Aether Vial. I feel like it just didn't have the same sort of closing power that like Merfolk or humans did, and I really liked the addition of Collected Company instead. So we're playing a number of Overgrown Tombs, 4 of them to be exact. Oh, we don't. We have one of the expeditions. It's cool. We're playing a couple of Horizon Canopies and some Godless Shrines. Basically, we're playing white because a lot of our slivers are randomly white, and then we have a lot of black and green, and especially like our non-sliver cards are like we have 2 Dismembers, 2 Fatal Pushes out of the side. Oh, sorry, we only have 1 Dismember, right? Let's reset this. I don't know why Magic Online always does this. This is so weird. It will like randomly update the list with a bunch of cards that, yeah, I don't know. That's weird. Anyway, so we have a Dismember and 2 Fatal Pushes, and we've got a bunch of artifact stuff, and we've got Collected Company. So like green is pretty important. So we have the canopies and the 4 Overgrown Tombs that tap for it, and we have black, a bunch of black for Fatal Pushes, Dismembers. We're also running Sedge Sliver. Sedge Sliver is pretty strong. Basically, if we have a swamp, which we have 7 of them in the deck, every sliver we have gets +1/+1, and they all have pay a black to regenerate, which is pretty insane. It kind of gives us some staying power, especially with a bunch of like the random stuff that we have. Like, we have Diffusion Sliver to help protect our creatures against removal. We have like Manaweft Sliver to help us ramp into other slivers. Sidewinder Sliver just helps us win combat. Same with Galerider. Sinew and Predatory are just lords. That's pretty much all they're played for. Shadow Sliver makes all of our creatures unblockable because I guarantee you not any opponent is going to have any shadow creatures. They rarely do. We have Syphon Sliver, which give all your slivers lifelink, which is pretty insane. And then Necrotic Sliver, which turns all of our slivers into Vindicate at instant speed. So that's kind of insane. And then Collected Company just like grabs all of those cards. So in the sideboard, we have a number of different things. We have, like I said, the Dismembers, the 2 Fatal Pushes, 3 Grafdigger's Cage to help fight against the sort of graveyard decks that we have to worry about. Jeez, that was weird. Relic of Progenitus to also help fight through graveyard creature decks, stuff like that. But then we also have 4 Harmonic Sliver to fight through things like Bogles. I know one of my followers, Next Door Lolly, he plays a lot of Bogles. Excuse me, I have to answer something. Sorry about that. Somebody was calling me. So anyway, one of my followers that I know, Next Door Lolly, he plays Bogles, and so I'm sure he's super happy to see me having 4 of these in my sideboard. We have 3 Opaline Slivers, which basically is just a 2/2 sliver for 3, but when it comes down, it says that whenever our opponent targets one of our creatures, we get to draw a card. So this comes in against things like Jund and Abzan and, stuff that has like heavy removal spells. And like sometimes against like Burn. Basically, the reason we bring those in is just because we don't have like, that's kind of how they beat this type of deck, is they kind of, like, slam removal into our creatures, and then we just, like, die because we bricked out and we didn't draw enough cards. Opaline Sliver kind of lets us buy back through that. Basically, whenever our slivers get targeted, we can draw a bunch of cards, and if we have 2 of these out, because it's a trigger, we actually get to draw 2 for every removal spell that they play, which is pretty nuts. And that'll help us buy through Jund pretty easily. And the collected companies already do that quite a bit, but that's the kind of style, that's the style of deck that really, like, beats on this style of deck, and so we want to, you know, prevent that. We also have a Belligerent Sliver. Basically, I was just looking for a 15 slot, and I didn't really know what to put in here. And I kind of wanted it to be another Sliver, and just kind of a random toolboxy-ish one. And this is just one that's going to help us fight through creature decks, just like giving all of our guys Menace is kind of nuts. So we're going to go ahead and run this through a league, and hopefully do fairly okay with it. If we decide, or if we kind of like screw up with it or whatever, then, you know, that's what happens, I guess. And it looks like, why is it? Oh, because I'm not on league stuff. Alright, looks like a whole lot of people have not done much with the new league. It just started today, so we'll jump in and be one of the very first. 280 players in this league. Yeah, we'll be, you know, of the first. I'd actually really like to see this deck do well. Just because it's kind of like all random and off the wall, but like I really enjoy Slivers as a tribe. I've always been one of those people that, like, I didn't play them because it was like griefing to my, you know, EDH group or whatever. But like, I never really understood the complaining of them. They're just like any other tribe that has a bunch of lords. Like, what's the difference between fighting through Slivers that have like slow mana dorks and a couple of lords that are like random versus like elves that can kill you on like turn 3 or 4 because they played an Azuri and made 19 billion mana and killed you? There really isn't just a huge difference, and that's kind of one of those things that always kind of like threw me in a loop with Slivers. I just never understood it, essentially. Are we not connecting? Alright. Failed, alright. Let's jump back in. Excuse me. So, it's likely that this deck just doesn't do what it's supposed to. And I just like brick and die. The one big problem with playing Collected Company over Aether Vial is that we're only on 21 lands. And so, like, Collected Company can be really hard when we don't have a whole lot of mana dorks. Like, yeah, we have the 2 mana guy, but we only have 3 of them. So let's go ahead and see what it looks like. Well, this hand is a little weird and a little like wonky because we've got a lot of these 3 drops, but it's likely that this is okay if we keep it, and we're against a blue-white deck, so this might actually be okay for us, assuming my opponent doesn't just, like, blind flip Terminus off the top like they always do. Not having a turn 1 play here kind of sucks, but it's one of those things that you just kind of handle. Maybe they're Jeskai. Jeskai might be a little bit more tough. Yep, they are Jeskai. Is this Surtrise Ganta? Sure. Alright, well, we can play another Godless Shrine here. Sure. The one problem with facing against something like Jeskai or Blue-White is I've actually elected not to play a whole lot of basics, which could make this very, very difficult. I I think I just play out the Shadow Sliver. I really wish there was like a good hexproof or shroud sliver in Modern. The only good one is like Crystalline Sliver, and that's in Legacy only. My opponent is going to be on the I have to read all your cards game for a while. Lightning Helix this at the end of turn, or Bolt it maybe? Just Bolt it? Nope, Helix. Alright. Sure. Yeah, and this is one of the cards that's going to be problematic for us. Like, Jeskai just has such a problem just because it's like they just always have this type of stuff. Could this also be used on abilities? No. Okay, so we're going to play the Sedge Sliver with black to give it regeneration. Sedge Sliver is one of the better ones that we have. And they're likely to just Field of Ruin our Cavern, which really sucks. Oh, that's really cool. I like the targeting. That's very neat. Alright, that sucks for me. Because I don't have any basics. Path, my dude. Yep. Yep. This is problematic. Fun, fun. And this might just be a pretty tough matchup. We aren't getting out quick enough to really put our opponent under the gun here. We need to. So. Well, a Cavern there is very good. Let's play the Necrotic Sliver. And so, like, against Jeskai, these Opaline Slivers likely come in. They're very good in this matchup. I don't know if Relic is really good enough, but just to fight through, like, Search for Ascantus seems kind of weak. Supreme Verdict, sure. And yeah, this is the problem. We just aren't getting out quick enough to fight through Jeskai. And they have Cryptic Command up now, too. And I think I'm just going to cast the Sedge Sliver, make it uncounterable, cast the Galerider Sliver. That one is counterable. And now I've got regeneration up on whichever one they decide to target. Path my Sedge Sliver. Regenerate this one. No. Snapcaster Path. Okay, so my opponent has firmly got this one in the bag. We're going to move on to game 2. We're going to put in these Opaline Slivers, a Harmonic Sliver. We're going to drop Sidewinder is kind of medium. Shadow Sliver is kind of medium. Maybe just drop the Shadow Slivers as well. Yeah, I don't hate that. Let's try that. I don't know. I kind of like the idea of just like Abzan slivers plus the red for the Sedge Sliver. Because Sedge Sliver is just so good. But I mean, Galerider is really good too, so. Alright. No lands, huh? All of the lands, huh? Alright. This one I guess we'll keep. We're going to bottom that. Obviously, we're going to name Sliver. We're going to put a Sidewinder into play. So hopefully this game we can get through enough of our opponent's early removal and such to handle them. Necrotic's not bad. Predatory Sliver. Sure. Are they going to, like, path my dude? Are they going to bolt my dude? Wow, they're shocking, huh? Really? Alright. Sure. It's not really conserving any life total. It's kind of funny. White, black, 1. Path that one, sure. That sucks. Wow. My opponent is very aggressively killing my dudes. It's likely that I can't fight through this. Let's just move on. That was a bad matchup. It's not fun to fight through. Let's just move on to the next one. I apologize for anyone watching who wanted me to play through that, but that just doesn't sound fun for me. That's not what we're here to do. We're here to kill some idiots with our meat hooks. Not die to 18 bolts and paths. We're just going to face like blue, white, and Jeskai all day, so it's not going to matter, but hey, whatever. How's everyone else doing today? Are you dying from, your voice being gone like I am? Man, come on. Oh, okay. Sweet. Perfect. Let's see. I would like to play first. The aggressive deck being on the play is really good. This is a good hand, though. This is, like, absolutely a good hand. We're just going to give away what we're doing really quick. Don't even worry about it. Man, another blue-white deck, huh? Jeez. That might be a problem playing a deck like this. Blue-white's just so popular right now, and it's just such a bad matchup. Come on. There we go. My opponent has to read all of my creatures because they're all weird. If we could draw like a Sinew Sliver or a Muscle Sliver, or what is the other one? Predatory Sliver or whatever. We draw another one of those next turn. That'll be sweet. Sure. Opt, sure. Another Jeskai player. Gosh. I probably should have played this land after I played the Galerider, because it kind of lets them know that I'm playing something else. Yeah, and they're going to... I mean, they would have countered that one regardless, but... What's with all the Jeskai today? There's just so much of it. Field of Ruin, okay. That is somewhat problematic, just because we don't have paths in our... or basics in our deck. And we can't cast that one. It's fine, we can still swing for 6, though. Move to combat. Tap down my team with a Cryptic. Do you have a bunch of answers? Path, my lord. Sure. That's pretty good. What have you got going into combat? Snapcaster Mage. Path to one of my dudes. Path which one? The Lifelinker? Sure. You go to 2. How does flanking work? Nope. I'll go to 10, sure. Wrath, my board. Hardcast Terminus? That'd be really bad for me. That would be super bad for me. But then they're only at 1. Gosh, I didn't put the Gutshot Sliver in my deck. Dang it. There actually is one of those. Funny story. They don't normally play Terminus, though, right? Jeskai doesn't? It seems really clunky for them. What is going on? Oh, they do have Terminus. Alright, sweet. Any order, does not matter. Teferi, sure. That's interesting. Sure. Alright, that's a good one. If we draw another land, that'll help us win this game, I'm sure. Sure. Well, you can't crack that one. Sure. Bolt me, sure. I guess we just fire this off, right? There's no reason not to. Gosh, 2 Jeskai players was quite the nightmare. I wonder if we want a Watery Grave. Oh, jeez. Bolt me, sure. Nope, bolt my creature. Alright, it's likely that they see the line of just activating Colonnade and killing me. Yup, you got me. It's all good, man. You just missed us lose to Jeskai twice. Or I guess we're going into game 2 for the second Jeskai player, but gosh, it's the worst. At least I know how to sideboard, so I would like to go first. It's man, it's really not good. It sucked like a lot. All right. Oops. I did not mean to do that. Yes, play the Sidewinder. Hopefully we can get out quick and actually do something this game. You feed off my pain? That's unfortunate. I might have to time you out. Search? Ooh. You're playing a dangerous game there, opponent. Oh, man. The mods aren't even here. But I got you. Don't worry about it. I'm the closest thing to a mod we got today, bud. But I've got you. Don't worry. I cannot wait to get set up in my new place where I can actually, like, have more than one screen going and not have to worry about all the, like, random stuff. And I can actually get my mic set up. Oh, my gosh. That'd be so nice. What have you got? Are you going to path me? Please don't. Opt, sure. Is there a terminus? Blind flip a terminus? Make me cry. You've got to be kidding me. Oh, okay. That's less exciting, but I'll handle it. I would like all of my slivers to have a lifelink this turn. No, Groland still can't talk. I was going to ask you a question and ask you to answer, but I realized that you probably can't do that. Here you go. Handle it. Boom. Does it feel good, opponent? Ooh, is that an auto yield? Ooh-wee. Ooh-woo. Alright, so I'm at 27. My opponent's at 3, and I have a Vindicate on my table. Maybe I get this. You're with me in spirit, thanks. I'm happy that you texted me so that I could do that. Hey, we got there. Oh, that was great. All right. Yeah, I mean, on the draw, I don't think anything changes. Although another Harmonic Sliver over one of these Galeriders is probably good. I've yet to successfully cast a Collected Company. Company is usually the card for something like Jund. Ooh, this hand is good. Keep. We draw another land and this game is over. Although we have a Dorkon too. Oh, man. Let's just put it to him. Boop. Here's my Galerider Sliver. Please fetch, shock, and bolt my idiot. Oh my god, yes. Please? Oh, they're doing it, chat. They're doing it. Yeah, you can do it. Yeah, sure. Oh, man, I love it. I love it. Alright, they've likely got a mana leak. I'm almost certain that that's what this is. Come on, give me my mana dark. Ooh, they don't have anything. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Oh, that sucks. No! Don't. Don't target my dude. It's not good for me. Yeah, that's fine. Sure. Okay, so I'm going to play this, yes. Tap this for red, black, white, who cares. Play a Sedge Sliver. Say go. So, Groland, I don't know if you're back yet. Sedge Sliver, best sliver ever printed. This card's stupidly good. I am a huge fan of this card. Gives all of my dudes +1/+1 by as long as I control a swamp. Look at that, I have 2 of them. And it gives all my dudes regenerate. Oh. Oh, it's so good. No, not another Field of Ruin. Sure. No, you can do whatever you want. How long are you timed out? Oh, it's like 10 minutes, isn't it? Jeez. Slivers! Actually, let's undo that. No, I want this first, right? Then I force them to do the action. No. Please don't have an answer. 3 damage. Sweet. Now if they do anything to any of my dudes, I get to draw a card, which is really good. Fucking mods, am I right? Yeah, you're right. The mods are vicious, man. I can untime you out here. There you go. Be happy that you have been untimed. Alright, sure. There's not much I can do. I am tapped out. Untapped, which means Wrath of some kind. 3 mana, engineered on 3. Huh. That sucks something awful. You didn't want it? I mean, I could just leave you timed out forever. Ashes of an Empire is not here to continuously time you out for me. Opt into blind flip? No, okay, sweet. Bolt my dude. Have a search. Play this idiot. If we could draw a Collected Company, that would be like the nut. Please, let's get one of those. These aren't bugs. These are meat hooks. Oh my god, just hard cast? Sure. At least I'm running my opponent out of options. Bolt my dude, sure. Hey. I mean, you make me do it, I'm going to do it. Sweet. Oh, those are some big little meat hooks. Big little meat hooks. That sounds like an oxymoron. They are some big hooks. No, please don't. Oh, come on. Gosh, they just have every answer under the sun. Knife bugs. Sure. And they've got a Path Exile too. It's not good for me. Well, I'm just gonna force every issue ever. Path my dude. Helix my dude. Okay, that's less good for me. Sure. What are you getting? Teferi? That's not very nice. Yep. We aren't doing much this game. I have accepted my fate with this Teferi. Why can't you? Gosh. This is why this deck sucks. Like, oh my gosh. This is why I put Collected Company in this deck. It's because I just wanted better top decks than, oh look, a 1/1 flyer for 1. This deck is basically Flying Men. Gosh. Sure. Hey, I only have to fight through one more of those. Yep. Yep. I mean, that really doesn't matter. You got it, opponent. Yep, we were going to brick and die anyway. Alright. Moving on quicker. Yeah, they do not top deck well. That's why I really wanted like a really powerful instant in my deck, so I added Collected Company. Because I was like, I know that this deck just like has terrible top decks, and so I hate Aether Vial in this deck. And I was like, why not screw Aether Vial? Just take Aether Vial out. Let's add Collected Company and make our deck full of really good cards to get off of Collected Company. I should have put a couple of more like toolboxy-esque slivers. There's even the one that lets you like cycle slivers to go get any other sliver you want to. I wonder if that card's good in consideration for this deck. That might be really sweet, actually. And then it's like a bunch of one-of slivers that are like insanely good in certain areas. Just like silver bullet slivers. Are there any good changelings? There's like the one that pumps your entire team. Then there's Chameleon Colossus. You could sliver cycle for Chameleon Colossus. You guys are out here casting good spells, and I'm over here thinking about casting sliver cycling into Chameleon Colossus. That sounds hot. Alright. My opponent... Oh, God, I almost conceded the game. Woo! I'm just so used to conceding with this deck. Yeah, Virillion Sliver seems sweet, actually. Just like, oh, no, it's humans. Uh-oh. Which one of us is the better tribal deck, humans? They are. They are significantly better. Although, the Shadow Slivers are going to, like, really help out. Guess what I'm doing? Also casting Stupid Idiots. God, I almost hit concede game again. Man, I'm really bad at this. I would love to just, like, slam a Shadow Sliver down and just, like, oh, look, all my dudes have Poisonous 1. Boom, kill you. Oh, your Cavern is so much prettier. Meddling Mage? What are you going to name? Please tell me. Please, opponent. What are you going to name? Come on. What have you got? I would love to see this. Come on, opponent. Let's see what you got. What is it? I would love them if they just name, like... I don't know. Collected Company seems like kind of a weird name, but I guess they could. What? I just don't understand. They're Googling a Sliver deck list. Yeah, you're right. They're just like, what should I name? Fatal Push. Sure. I mean, technically our deck has Fatal Pushes. That's really cool. I love these counters. They look way better than the old ones. Alright, well, I'm taking 2. Sure. Oh, man. We don't play those garbage cards. We play Lords that are actually good. Boom, look at that. Please block. Do it, you won't. We're just gonna race, and my opponent is gonna get pushed into the ground. What did you do? What did you do? What did you say? I didn't even see it. Oh no. What is this? Reflector Mage? Mantis Rider. Duh. I play humans, I should know this. I'm gonna get beeped real hard this turn. Sure. All caps? Don't do all caps, man. That's how you lose. The game was rigged from the start. Ooh. Alright, so I'm taking like a bunch of damage next turn. I think I just play my Lord out. I'm going to name Sliver. I actually don't think that blocking is all that relevant for me, but I'm gonna keep my dudes back just in case. Yeah, Nightbot is mean, but that's how he's programmed. Let him be. What have you got? I have 3 different named creatures in play. This is Athalia's Lieutenant, and I'm about to just, like, cry. Phantasmal Image, naming Mantis Rider. Alright, now I'm dead. My opponent is playing a much better tribal deck than me. That's not very nice, opponent. I'd really rather you didn't. Alright, so I don't even know what they're going to be doing. I feel like Necrotic Sliver is just like too slow in this matchup. Sedge Sliver at least lords my dudes. My opponent is very confused. I wonder if they're thinking about what my deck does. Name Monk. Would it be funny if I was just like, oh yeah, Mantis Rider? Oops. No, I kind of like the idea of this deck cutting all the bad blue cards. Like, Mega Splash blue and red and just keep it more Abzan-y. Like, fix up this mana base a little bit more and do, like, Collected Company stuff. That's kind of how I was going for it, but I just, like, threw this list together. I took, like, a shell of a Sliver's deck that I had seen, and then I just kind of, like, slammed Collected Company into it. This hand has got a lot of lands, but at least it's casting cards and just putting it to our opponent. So boom. All of my dudes fly. Yeah, you're right. You just put Slivers into play and attack your opponent over and over again. I mean, hey, that seems pretty strong. Noble Hierarch, that's not very fair. Why do you get to play stupid mana dorks? My mana dorks cost 2 mana. It's not very good. Alright, let's just draw all of the lands. If I could draw another Lord in the next 2 turns, that'd be sick. Reflector Mage bounce my Lord? I'd be upset with that one. Please don't. It doesn't... Maybe not. Oh, Bugler, sure. Alright, so my opponent's got a little bit of a slower start. I mean, turn 2 Bugler is pretty good, but they're not, like, on the table with a billion power yet, so... Reflector Mage. Okay, so that sucks. Ooh, but that one's good. I should have maybe... Well, no. Playing the other Sinew Sliver doesn't do anything. Although I guess playing this one doesn't do anything either. Other than they do the same effect. But my argument to why I played the Sedge Sliver over the Sinew Sliver, I guess, is that next turn, if I draw another 2-mana Lord, because they're likely to Reflector Mage this one, because it's just better. So if I draw another 2-mana Lord, I can just, like, slam 2 of them into play in the same turn. And then I'll put this at 8 damage, and that'll just be a lot for them to deal with right away. Here comes Reflector Mage. Bounce my Sedge Sliver, swing in for 3. Man, my opponent is having a hard time learning how to cast their spells. What do we got? Anything good? Reflector Mage, sure. Target. Target Sedge Sliver. I really like this new targeting system. I like the way it looks. It's very good. Come on, another 2-mana Lord, please. Yep, that's fine. That's not bad. I like just kind of like cracking Horizon Canopy. Gosh, Galerider is very good in this matchup too. Giving all my creatures flying is very relevant. What have you got? Anything good? You have to have an answer to one of my creatures. Hey! 1 up on humans. Isn't humans the best deck in the format? Alright, so Diffusion Sliver. Does this also work on abilities? Wow, it does. Alright, that's probably pretty good. Cut a Manaweft Sliver. Does this work on abilities? No, just the target of a spell an opponent controls. And then another Shadow Sliver. Because they're going to get out before us, so we need to be able to fight through their things. I probably don't want to keep this even on the draw. Because I'll just, like, miss a land drop, but... You know what? It's meat hooks. I'm just going to keep it. We have 2 looks at a land. So... Yeah. And if we draw a land, I think it's going to be just very good. It's not a land. Yeah, they don't. If I can get this one into play, then we'll be fine. I don't play Ancient Ziggurat. Ancient Ziggurat's bad. Meddling Mage? That's really funny. Sure. What are you naming? Not likely anything super great. I run 4 of each of the Lords, so... Predatory Sliver, sure. I have a Sinew Sliver in hand. I have 2 Sinew Slivers in hand, and not a second land. Dang it. Alright, we might lose this game. That really sucks. Yeah, pretty much. And our opponent's on, like, perfect curve mana. Vial on 1. 2-drop on 2. Another 2-drop on 3. With 3 mana up. Thalia? Okay, sure. That doesn't actually do anything against us. Other than, I guess, our Fatal Pushes are worse, but that's fine. Phantasmal Image, Meddling Mage. Naming the other... They have not named a card yet. Sinew Sliver, sure. So both my Lords are named. Perfect. Perfect. Oh yeah, I guess Coco costs 5 mana. Yeah, you're right. They kept this on 2. So that means they have either a Phantasmal Image or a... Oh, what's the name of that card? Phantasmal Image or Thalia's Lieutenant in hand? Probably... Oh, jeez. That's not good. That's really bad. God, I knew I shouldn't have kept that hand. Thalia's Lieutenant, sure. I don't know if we have any way to, like, buy back into this game. I go to an unhealthy 7. That doesn't really do it. You got me, opponent. Oh man, quick 03. Sweet. Let's try again. I'm gonna play this one out. We've been going for like what? Maybe an hour? Technically I could check, but I'm not going to. Yeah, that was like ultimate punishment for my keeping of that hand. It sucked super bad. You know what? No. I'm going to go ahead and go on a Be Right Back screen. I'm just going to load up Burn. I want to win some games. So we're going to do that.